What is going on, All-Terrain Nation? Today we are talking about the new Volkswagen Group International Scout. I don't think it's going to be called the International Scout. I think they'll just call it a Scout brand and be done with it through there. But we're going to talk about the new Scout, and there were some new renderings popped up, and now these are not official renderings, so I just want to lay the groundwork real quick. Not official, but our friends over at I always keep forgetting their name, topelectricsuv.com. If you go over there, as always, I will throw a link down below if you want to see these in a little bit better detail. But these renderings come from them, and I have to say they look pretty cool, and we'll get into it. But as you know, or you may not know, the International Scout, the brand itself, was sold off to the Volkswagen Group through a conglomerate, and they just so happened to get this. And so they got the name to the Scout brand, which is pretty cool. If you're new to this, we'll pop a link to the original release of this, of the sketch drawings that were from Volkswagen. But as you can see, there's a truck and there's an SUV, and this is what the Volkswagen Group said. Now, I'm saying Volkswagen Group because, well, it's a whole other story about Volkswagen U.S. dealers versus Volkswagen corporate, because their dealers are kind of upset that Volkswagen said these are not going to be actual Volkswagen vehicles. Now, why would that be? Is because the Volkswagen dealerships, especially in America, have been pushing to get a truck. They want a truck badly. Everybody else is getting trucks now, and we all know trucks and SUVs seem to be the way of the future. And, well, the Jettas of the world, sales are declining on those. Even though they are amazing vehicles, you know, people want more practical vehicles, something that seems rugged. You know, people have went from this shift of just wanting mild-mannered vehicles. They want something that feels a little more cool and urban. We're all stuck inside and everything all the time, so when you want to go outside, you want to feel like a badass. So, speaking of badass, let's look at these two vehicles. So, the top one is definitely a throwback. I love the white roof with this thing, but it's definitely a throwback color to something you would have saw in the 60s and 70s. The shape of this thing, very truck-like. If you look at the front wheel of this thing, it's stretched way out there, way out there. I mean, you need as much battery as you can get in these to get, you know, economy with that. So I don't know if that's the reason, or if they're just basing it. As you can see, it looks like they've just taken the two bottoms of these vehicles and just basically, you know, to put a top on it, or took a top off of it. But I don't know if there would be a reason for pushing it out that far, or if it's just the interpretation. I do like at the bottom, though. Look at the woody of this thing. That is pretty freaking cool. And as you can see down there, it says, you know, the EV, top EV SUV, electric SUV there.com, because these are their renderings. But I kind of like what I'm seeing here. You know, like I said, the original video we dropped on this a couple months ago showed a sketch drawing from Volkswagen Group, and it gave us a real insight of what they could be. Well, these, you know, as the internet will do, you guys like to grab a hold of something and really go to town. Whether we've seen it with the Bronco from the 17 on, where they just started releasing like just what they thought the Bronco would look like, till, you know, the Vet. Everybody gets this treatment, so I'm pretty excited by this. But where are you at with the electric version of this thing? I'm happy that it's not too close to looking like a Rivian, basically. We don't need a truck version of the Rivian right now, and I'm curious to the size of this thing. I'm hoping somewhere around the mid to slightly large size for this. I don't think these need to be full-size vehicles by any means. I think the less weight that you need in structurally, the better for EV. So if we can keep the size down with this, where they're basically like the truck would be a 4-seater, I think that would be pretty cool. But what colors would excite you if they do this? Now, does the idea of the white throwback top with the kind of woody and the yellow excite you? Does that green kind of get you with the tops? And there's always people out there that don't want the tops to match. So this was a quick look at the potential, and I say potential, Scout trucks and SUVs. So I'm excited about it. I'm going to keep covering this thing as much as something interesting pops up about it. When I know more, you guys will know more. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these Scouts that I really want to drive, this has been your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.